let's talk about my titties. Now, in this video, I'm going to be talking about everything that has to do with my breasts. Yeah, we're getting real close and intimate over here. I'm going to be talking about my breast reduction surgery, why I decided to get some implants after like a year and a half, my doctor, the price, the recovery, the healing, the scars, the size, everything that has to do with my titties, okay? Because a lot of people had questions about it, so let's get right into the video. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I said welcome back like I post on here. This is my first video in like a long ass time, okay? It's all right, let's not even talk about that. Now, my name is Maxi. If you're new here, welcome. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say. All right, let's get right into it. I am 12 days post-op and I have a lot to say. I didn't really write anything down, so I just hope I cover everything that I want to cover. I'm just gonna give you a quick backstory, okay? I lost a lot of weight. So when I lost weight, I went to Turkey, Istanbul to go get my breast reduction because I've been wanting that surgery since I was 16 years old. I had a G-cup, my titties were bigger than my frame and it just caused me a lot of back pain. I couldn't really dress the way I wanted to dress because everyone just looks at them because they're in your face. So I got the surgery done in Turkey, best surgery I've ever done. But the problem was I wasn't done losing weight. I thought I was done losing weight, but apparently I wasn't done. I had no clue. But anyway, because I already lost 15 kilos at that point, I'm like, yeah, I think I look pretty good. But I didn't know I could lose more weight. I just kept losing weight and I just never freaking stopped. And after the breast reduction, the size was perfect because I kept losing weight. They became pretty deflated and really saggy, and I'm like, I paid for this. I don't really like how they look. So that's why a year and a half later I went to get implants, which is crazy because I never thought that would be ever part of my story. As someone that had a lot of boobs, I never thought I would ever get implants. So this has been pretty interesting. You know, never say never. As you can see, they're pretty small apparently for a lot of people, and I'm like, I've had bigger. I don't really need big. All I just need is structure and projection. And that for some reason is a bit hard to comprehend. I don't really want too much boobs. I've had them. I don't want them. I mean, if you want big, that's good for you, but I don't. What I just want is some nice little, you know, petite cleavage, and because I train a lot, I wear a lot of sports bras, so I don't want too much. So I did get 285 cc dual plane, so that means half under the muscle. That was what my surgeon suggested. Initially, we wanted to go to 300 cc's, but we ended up doing 285. I didn't know. She made the decision in surgery because I showed her what I wanted, and she said when she put like the 300 on me, like she realized, damn, like this is too big, she's not gonna fucking like it. I don't know if she put it on me, but whatever. She did realize, like she made the call and said the 300 was gonna be too big for my frame because, you know, she called me petite. She said I was a little bit, you know, narrow. I'm sorry. Anyway, so she did make the call and she went 15 cc smaller. So I currently have 285 and I am so happy with the results. I know everyone has been wanting to see what they look like. The reason why I haven't posted what they look like yet, by the time you're watching this video, I probably would have posted it by now on my Instagram, but I still have my surgical tapes on because the scar is a lollipop scar. So I can't see what the scar looks like right now because I haven't taken the tape out. So it's like so I've got a tape around my areola, my nipple, and then down in here. So I had breast implants and lift because I did have quite a bit of excess skin from my weight loss. So I have a little scar here. I can't wait to see what they look like. So I can take out the tape 2 weeks after my surgery. So that's in 2 days. I can take out the tape and see what they look like. So they had a little bit more work done in this area because there was a little skin fold here from my breast reduction that I wanted to correct. So I'm gonna insert a photo in a second just so you can see. I know you're dying to see what my titties look like, okay? I'm gonna show you in this video, don't worry. In the photo you're about to see in a second, you're gonna see some tape here. If you're getting regular breast implants and lift, you're probably not gonna have the scar up to here. I only have that because I was getting a correction from my breast what do you call this stuff, reduction. Gosh, I need some water actually. Oh yeah, clumsy. What was I saying? I flew from Australia to Turkey. Risky, I know, I know, but I know this doctor, and she was a referral from my nail tech. Thank you, girl. Traveling for surgery is not for everybody, okay? Apart from the fact that it is a lot cheaper over in Turkey, that's not why I went there. I went there because they're very experienced with surgery, and everyone just goes to them for surgery. So I was like, instead of doing it in Australia, is very expensive, but I didn't really see a doctor that I really liked. Obviously, there's a lot of surgeons that do great jobs here in Australia, but I just liked that doctor. I trusted the doctor, and I wanted to go for a little holiday, okay? I'm going to tell you how the process works, because I just don't want to share the doctor's name without you knowing what to expect, you know, because it might not be for everybody. If you're a very anxious person, it probably isn't for you. Yeah, so what happens is you send them a message on WhatsApp, and then you speak to the assistant throughout the whole process. So you send your photos, you tell them what you want. They're going to tell you the recommendations, how much you should pay, how many nights you should stay. So what happens is you check in a day before your surgery to the hospital, and then on the day of your surgery is when you get the consultation. I know that's very nerve-wracking. I don't think I can ever get used to that, but that's just what it is. That's just how they do their stuff. So on the day of the surgery is when you actually see your surgeon for the first time. I know, okay? It's yeah, that process was the only thing I was a little bit uncomfortable about, but everything else was pretty smooth. In Turkey, they don't really speak English, but my surgeon's pretty good. Like, she does speak English, and she also has a translator, so you do have a personal nurse as well. So they come in and they check you out, and then you discuss, oh, this is what I want, this and da. She gives you recommendations, and you just yap, and then you get ready for your surgery in the next couple of minutes or hours. On the day of my surgery, I saw my surgeon, and I showed her photos of what I wanted. I showed her my inspo photos. I showed her photos of what I don't want to look like, and I'm like, mate, I don't want to look like this. So I had a lot of photos. I didn't really know the exact size, because even if you get the same size as me, it might not look the same on you, because everyone is different. Everyone carries sizes differently. So when people ask, oh man, how many cc's do you, it doesn't matter. It depends on your body frame. If you're smaller, it's going to look bigger. If you're bigger, it's going to look smaller. If you're not, it's very different for everyone. So I showed her what I wanted to look like, and then she was like, okay, I'll do it for you. And I'm telling you, so far it's been barely 2 weeks, but I know everyone says like it looks very scary the first couple of weeks, but I love the way mine looks. I'm sorry, like, she did a freaking fantastic job. The surgery did not take long at all. So I did have general anesthesia. Obviously, I'm not trying to be awake for the whole process. And when I woke up, I was in pain because it felt like a rock. I documented the whole process on my Instagram, so you can go check it out. It felt like a rock on my chest. I was just, I woke up, I was like, damn, what the hell? So it was painful. It wasn't like excruciating pain. Like, I'm a mom of 2. Like, yeah, nothing can compare to the pain of labor. So that was just, it was painful, but like very bearable, you know? So I had that, and they gave me some morphine, which just knocked me right out. First day was fantastic. Second day, I couldn't really, so now I can like move my hands. I can't raise my hands above my head. That's why my hair kind of looks like this. I tried really hard to make the hair look nice. Like, this is the first time I'm styling my hair, so I had to like go like this, you know? So you can't really, so if you want to go into the surgery, I recommend doing a hairstyle that you don't have to, you know, maintain too much, because you're not going to be able to use your hands. After my surgery, I slept in the hospital for 1 night. So the next day I got discharged into the hotel. So the amount of money that I pay covers the hotel, the hospital stay, it covers airport pickup and drop off, and then the nurse comes to your hotel. Yeah, sleeping was very hectic. I recommend getting a neck pillow. If you're doing it in your country, it will be so much different and easier, actually. Getting in and out of bed was very hectic. I did have 2 drains on the side. So there's an incision just right under my boob here. It's a very tiny little incision. It's not gonna leave a scar, well, I hope, but it's very tiny. I had the drain for about 2 days, and after they took out the drain on day 3, I was just like, yeah, I instantly felt so much better. Obviously, I still had a bit of pain, but as soon as they took out that motherfuckers, it was so much better. Was it painful? Girl, it was. I would say like 4 out of 10, but pain is subjective. It also depends on the kind of nurse you have. So they kind of like, you know, pulled it out, and I could feel it like rubbing against my implants. Maybe not, but that's what it felt like. And I was just like, damn. It's very quick though, so it was a bit bit painful but quick. It's not like ah kind of pain, it's like ooh kind of pain. I've been wearing this particular outfit for so long because like I can't really raise my hands up too much, so you need to get a lot of button-up outfits. You can't raise your hands up. A lot of nightgowns, a lot of free outfits, you know, because you're gonna be wearing this fuck-ass surgical bra for like freaking 4 weeks. Oh my god, it just makes wearing clothes is so freaking hectic because the strap of the bra is so thick. Now let's talk about the prices. Actually, let me get my phone here just so I can have the exact amount that I paid. The whole thing cost about 4,000 euros. I don't know how much that is in Australian dollars, but honestly, in total, I spent like almost 10,000 Australian dollars, which is pretty cheap, including like flights and stuff. I got like breast uplift with implants, so that is 4,000 euros. I wonder if it would cost less with just implants. I actually don't know. So everything includes like 5 nights of accommodation, 2 nights in the hospital and 3 nights in the hotel, VIP transfers from the airport to the hospital. You got follow-up care in Turkey. When you're outside Turkey, like you can still message them on WhatsApp and stuff. They give you like discharge medications, including antibiotics, just some regular pain meds. You get some betadine to clean, and you have some antifungal cream to like put on it after your shower. I couldn't shower until like the 4th day. Oh, that shower was amazing, but you can't really wash too much, you know, you just gotta be careful because you're still pretty sore. So that is it for the price. Pain, you know, when you're like 2 centimeters dilated, that's how the pain was for me. If you're not a mom, I don't know how to explain it. If you want to do it, you just got to find out, okay? It's not something you can't handle, like you can handle it. Day 1 was not too bad. I was like, you know what? This is not too bad. Okay, young ho, not too bad. Day 2, I was like, damn. Day 3, damn. Day 3, I was like, whoa. I think all the medication had worn off. I wasn't as sleepy anymore because I would like be talking on the phone and I'll just drift off. Day 1 and day 2. Day 3, I could feel the pain so much. I was so uncomfortable. I was just looking forward to them taking out the drain. So she took out the drain day 3, which was so much better. But after that, every day that I wake up, it gets better and better. I get so excited to go into bed because like I'm just like, at least I'm gonna wake up better. If you're a side sleeper or a chest sleeper, you're fucked because you can't sleep. You have to sleep on your back, and for me that is a nightmare. So I gotta go to bed like this for freaking 4 weeks, otherwise you're gonna choke on your freaking implants. Okay, you want them to look good, so it's the sacrifice that you have to make. That's the sacrifice I have to make. I bought like this wedge pillow from Amazon. It was fine at first, but now I find it a bit uncomfortable. People are saying to get pregnancy pillow. I personally haven't gotten that yet because pregnancy is just a sore topic for me, honestly, but I might just get it because everyone says it feels very comfortable, so I might just get it because you need to prop your head up. Like I think it's about 45 degrees when you're sleeping, just so you know it reduces swelling and promotes healing. Flying back from Turkey, fuck me. Pack light. If you can pack light, pack freaking light. And don't forget, like obviously this advice is if you're going overseas, don't forget to ask for help when you're going back to your country. You know, like ask for airport transfer so they can use the wheelchair for you, and you got to ask someone to help you put your carry-on luggage in the overhead locker because you can't freaking lift it. So I had to always ask for help. It was a nightmare, like dragging my carry-on luggage across the airport. It wasn't too bad, okay? My only regret was not asking for help at the beginning because they can use a wheelchair to help you get through security and kind of transfer you to the gate and stuff like that and help you with your luggage. So I didn't have that. I was trying to form freaking independent woman. So flying back wasn't too bad, like in the flight, because you have to sit upright anyway, like you have to sleep like this anyway, so it wasn't too bad. I chose the aisle seat only so I could like get up and walk whenever I wanted to walk and stretch if I wanted to stretch, just because of blood clots. I was very scared about that, so I would advise to get like compression stockings on the flight just to help minimize the risks of blood clots and stuff. A very unexpected side effect was bloating. Actually, I looked freaking 5 months pregnant for 2 weeks. Now it looks better. Oh, Down. Now it looks better. Okay, it's still not there yet, but it looks better. It made me very uncomfortable. I couldn't take a shit for like a couple of days, and when I did, I was shitting in pebbles. You know, it was just very uncomfortable. As someone that has a very active lifestyle, it's been a bit hard for me to, you know, adjust. You can't work out for 6 weeks, like heavy lifting. I haven't taken proper photos, but these are the photos that I have on my, you know, on my camera roll. Take a moment, take it in, they look absolutely amazing. Wow. Yeah, that's what it kind of looks like. It's just sitting right there in your face. It's just there. Looks amazing. Anyway, that's what my titties look like right now. Obviously, they're still gonna settle a little bit. Oh, I did get medium profile. Sorry, I forgot to mention. 285cc dual plane medium profile. Yeah, my doctor they did not pay me for promo. I asked for them to, you know, let's do a little collab, and they said no, so I'm literally advertising them for the free. Okay, so make sure you like this video twice. So my doctor is Dr. Isay Calais. I hope I didn't butcher her name. This is her Instagram. Yeah, that is my surgeon. She's absolutely amazing. I love her. Right now, I'm feeling pressure. There's no pain, but a lot of pressure. I've been trying to walk like 30 minutes and taking it nice and slow. But yeah, this is what it looks like right now. I'm very happy. It looks nice and petite, just exactly how I want it. It doesn't cost extra to go smaller or bigger. Don't listen to society. Don't listen to peer pressure. Go with the size that you want to go with. Doesn't matter what people say. Okay, if you're a mom, don't underestimate what it's gonna feel like when you get home. You can't really hug your kids too much. You need to be careful, especially if you've got toddlers, because they're gonna bump you. Okay, and that shit is painful. And also the car rides, you know, taking a taxi the first couple of days is a bit hectic because of the bumps. You know, when you get a bump, it just goes bam. You gotta really brace in yourself. And coughing and laughing is harder the first week, because I had to cough like this and I had to laugh like see, now I can laugh a little bit, okay, and it doesn't hurt too much. But with the kids, I can't really carry my daughter. I had to show them, mommy just had surgery, so I can't really carry you. So it's been a bit hard for me not to be able to carry my 2-year-old. My husband has been really helpful. He's been doing all the driving. You can drive, but like I tried to not drive for 2 weeks just because it can be a bit hard when you're like turning, and you need to be really close to the steering if you really need to drive. But recovery as a mom is obviously very different if you don't have kids. It's gonna take a little bit more because I still have to do laundry, I still have to cook, I still have to do all the stuff. Taking stuff from the cabinet was really challenging for me. It still is. So I had to use like a step stool for that. So there's a lot of modifications that I've had to do around the house to help me with my healing journey. I'm gonna be making a part 2 in about 6 weeks or 3 months when everything's settled. I'm gonna be, you know, wearing some nice little outfit to show the girls, but I'm very excited. So if you do have any questions, drop it down below so I can address it in part 3. No, in part 2. I think that's everything. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I love you guys, and I'll say I'll see you next week, but I don't know if YouTube, I haven't figured out YouTube yet. Okay, maybe I don't know, we'll see. I'll see you when I see you. I'll see you over on Instagram on my stories, and maybe I'll see you next week. Who knows? Bye.